Well, hello my loves. Welcome to another Get Ready With Me. Wearing the exact same shirt I wore last weekend. By this Charlotte Tilbury Glow Tint, Sheer Glow Tint. Blending that out with my N17 brush. Gonna go in with my Dior with the same brush. Oh, I forgot color corrector again. Yet again, I forgot color corrector. So let's go in with this one. The corrector is doing a lot of the work. Oh, and if you guys are wondering, I'm prepping my lips with this Michael Todd Beauty Lip Plumper Serum. This has like a minty sensation. Nothing irritating my Sjogren's. Literally, since I got this when it first launched, I have not used another contour on my face. I mean, besides the stick contours for my nose, but this is the Rare Beauty contour in the shade Solace. Somewhere, but I'm gonna use this super cheap Pawpaw, but it's so beautiful and it blends out like a dream. Even if you wanted to just go in with this, it would absolutely work. N17 brush, start down here, contour my jawline, and then I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna hold, my hands are hurting a lot, so I'm just gonna hold it from the bottom and tap towards the corner of my lip and the corner of my brow. And you will see that it blends seamlessly. And then I take the fibers at the end of this brush to blend out the nose. I love this shade. It is like the perfect rosy brown. Just take some of that on the brush. I'm gonna start from up here and just blend it out. This is the Morphe A58 brush. Look how pretty that is. Again, you don't want to go below the contour. A little bit across the nose as always. A little bit on my chin. And a little bit on my eyes and under. Okay, so after powder, we'll assess if a little more blush is needed, but I did want to call out this Sephora collection Blur It powder. It's 30% off right now on Sephora for the Sephora sale. Highly recommend you picking it up. Start from the inner part of my eye, go around and down. Don't forget about that jawline contour, because as per usual, I'm then going in with my Kosas Cloud Set powder in the shade Candy. This is the pressed version. I just like how compact it is. It's brightening. I have no qualms about the loose powder. I just like this one better. Especially because the loose powder is so giant. So this is a powder that will eliminate the shine but keep the glow. Now the holy grail of all holy grails, Huda Beauty's Cherry Blossom Cake. Without this, and if you were to choose one powder, I would steer you towards this one. If you're on a budget, then go with the Sephora collection, especially during the sale. But actually, this is not that expensive, and it, like, for how much product you get and how long it lasts. So if you want to grab this during the Sephora sale too, definitely do. I don't feel put together without this powder. On my brush, and then I'm gonna go around my nose, because as you guys know, I blow it constantly. So, but if you wanted to cover up some pores and blur more, you could do that too. I just don't really palette or this or both. Outer Spice palette, which I'm extremely excited to finally try because I've been carrying it around for so long. All right, well, I think just gonna apply a little more of this on my lips, because I have Sjogren's. I go through lip balms that work for me like they're water, literally. Like an entire tube of Cocoa Kind or Elf will be done in a week, maybe less. All right, so for the eyes, let's start off just with this shade. Put it below the brow bone. Same thing on this side. Then let's go into this crease shade. Just using simple windshield wiper motions. I want wanted to cover my whole eye. And I'll just keep building up until I get the depth that I want. I'm going to take that same shade, whatever shade that is, pop it under my lower lash line. Okay, so that gave me a nice base. Let's deepen things up a little bit. This deep brown shade. Just taking a little bit, creating a little V shape. Definitely adding some depth here. By the way, if you see random glitter on my face, I used the wrong blending brush for my eyebrows, so that was nice. Now I'm going to focus this on the outer third. This is not something you can get from Sephora, unfortunately, but I've been wanting to use it, so. Then I'm gonna go back in with this blending brush, just blend the edges. I see this one getting a little out of control. Alright. We made some good structure. Now I want to take this shade here, maybe just pop it on the outer part of my lid. Again, adding some depth and dimension. Very smooth. I do kind of like how this alone looks. If I put it all over my eye, it would look pretty, I think. We'll go in to add some more depth in a bit, but I think I'm gonna take this golden shade and pop it on the inside. Okay. It's more flaky than I thought it would be, but it's definitely more of a topper. It looks very smooth in the pan. So I'm just gonna press that in. And I'm tapping in very gently because I want it to stick nicely. I don't want any fallout. Okay, so before I add the other shade towards the inner corner, I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this original shade that we used to do that. Adding another shade, so okay, not exactly what I wanted to pick up, but adding the darker brown shade to the lash line and then bringing whatever's left up to card. I'm gonna take that original shade again and bring it a little lower. Blending brush. Ow. Okay. This pretty pink shade. I don't know if it's a topper like the other one. If it is, that's fine. I'll just choose another inner corner highlight. Yeah, it's more of a topper shade. And I'm gonna take this again and just deepen out the outer fourth. My Viseart Petite Matte Neutral Palette. And I might actually pull a couple of these colors to add a little more depth. Actually, before any of that, let's add an inner corner highlight. I'm gonna use Mia. This is part of the I Need a Nude palette, but I think that it will go perfect with this look. And honestly, any look. Oop, drop something. Okay, now we're good. This Viseart palette, I'm going to take. Okay, so on this Viseart palette, I'm going to take the black. I feel like this calls for black. Just putting it gently on my lash line. These are also smooth in their different ways. I really want to compare the blacks one day. Natasha Denona, Viseart, Danessa Myricks. That would be fun. Stay tuned for a video that does that. Again, I'm gonna focus this on the outer edge. I'm not sure if I want to bring it in all the way. Sometimes I just do, but let's try not to. Alright, since we have this palette out, I just want to use a little bit of the brown to smudge this out. But then also add some depth. I only took a tiny bit on the brush, but it did so much. Apply a black eyeliner in my waterline. Just the outer part. Again, just the outer part. And then my entire tight line. Alright. Now I am ready for mascara. Okay, as per usual, I'm going in with my e.l.f. flashing roll. Alright guys, this is the final look. I think I'm gonna skip lips because I'm probably just gonna put on some lip balm. But other than that, this is the look. Alright, love you guys.